a call. We have Robert Chapman joining us this afternoon from the International Forecaster. Good afternoon, Bob.
Good afternoon. I was just doing some numbers here, getting the late quotes. It was a turnaround day today. Last night at 11 p.m. Eastern, gold was up 10.50 as the Hong Kong Mercantile Exchange. Hold on one second. I missed it. Hong Kong Mercantile Exchange was up, was opening for the first time, and silver was up 96 cents at that time. And into the opening, we were up 12.80 in gold and 110 in silver on COMEX. And presently, I don't have the spot closes yet. Presently, we have gold in June, 1494.30, up 14.50. And silver, I missed it, but it'll be coming around. It's 35 something.
35.
I'll have a quote on that in a little while. One of the interesting things was the latest COT report. Hedge funds, managed money, banks in general. When silver took off from $30 to $48, they sold their longs and they covered their shorts, which meant when the price was driven down, and they were using derivatives to do that, so it doesn't show up in the COT report, commitment of traders. So you don't know how they did it unless, like myself, you know what they're doing. So they're using derivatives they hit the market with, and the covers on the sellers showed up differently. 35.05 up 155. Okay, I'm glad we got that. And so when gold and silver came down, gold didn't really come down much at all. But the silver, when it hit 32.5, 33.5, those same sellers were buyers. And they know that there's no long overhead or overhang ahead of them on the long side. So my guess is they're going to go very, very long, and that'll start showing up next week. And the first technical level will be 40 to 42, and then the second, of course, will be the former high. And I think it's not going to take long to get there. And as I explained when we saw the correction, and that is that usually when something spikes like that, it'll spike right up again. And I said, when we reach a bottom and it spikes back, it'll probably spike $5 or $6 immediately. And that's exactly what happened. Way up to 38, 39 on silver. I forget what the gold numbers were. And so we're at a position now where you should be a buyer, if you can be. Gold's up 14 and silver's up 155 at this moment. That's June and July. And I have been a buyer this week, again, in this area. And I just think it's a great idea. So you put your money where your mouth is. Evidently, we're just getting a normal market flow in Hong Kong. But over a period of the next couple of weeks, we'll have a fairly good idea what's going on. There's, in gold and silver, there is, particularly in silver, there is derivative-based selling, but there's a lot of futures buying. And I think people are going to be surprised when the report comes out on Friday for the action up until the past Tuesday, that the longs are outnumbering the shorts on a net basis. I think the overall short position is about, it's inconsequential, let's put it that way. The long position's about 17,000. I have to look at my numbers here again. I think it's about 17,000. I always grab the wrong thing. Oh, well. I'll find it. I'll come back to it. But anyway, I've come to the conclusion that although I don't like the man, and he's at the very top part of the Illuminati pyramid, Dominique Strauss-Kahn, I think he was set up. And there's a number of reasons. I think there's two main reasons, plus his arrogance. But I think he was set up. He wanted to keep SDRs, and the Americans want to get rid of them. And the reason why is that they want the world reserve currency to remain the dollar. And that's after it's been at a meeting with all the other countries, and it's been revalued and devalued against other currencies. And there has been a default. To what degree, I don't know. I kind of figure it's going to be 2/3, so the people who are lent money will get 30 cents on the dollar. That's my thinking on that. And I just got this report here. Hedge funds, commodity trading advisors, etc., held 22,250 COMEX. Silver futures long and only almost 5,000 short. And that figure is long 17,457. So they did a heap of short covering. So that is out of the way. And that's terrific. So we don't have to deal with that anymore. Getting back to Mr. Strauss-Kahn, the SDR, and he wanted to be more helpful to countries that were in trouble. And the people who created the IMF out of New York, the bankers, created it as a looting operation. It's what it's been from the very beginning. And they don't want that to happen. Now that seat as the head of the IMF has perpetually belonged to a European. They want to keep it that way, and the U.S. doesn't want to. They want Lipsky to run it, who's former J.P. Morgan Chase. And he was amended, evidently, and they set him up. I mean, this man has all the money in the world. Pays $3,000 a month for a suite. A night, they should say, for a suite. I mean, he's not going to go attacking some old black woman. I mean, you got to be kidding me.
Is it a black woman?
Yeah.
Well, what I find interesting, Bob, is, well, I haven't seen any pictures. I haven't seen any information on her. My question is, I mean, more than half the world believes it was a setup. I mean, how is that going to play out in the long run? I mean, this is going to backfire.
Well, I think the news is going to come out, and everybody's going to say, hey, we can't believe, again, anything that these people tell us. This guy's sitting in jail. He didn't do anything.
Yeah.
We don't like the guy.
No.
But that's wrong. I mean, we're fair-minded people. I mean, if somebody did something like murder somebody, we should hang them. If they raped somebody, they should go to jail for 15 years. If they didn't do anything, the people who set them up should go to jail. And that's the way it should work.